You looking for a killer chocolate cake? Hold my beer. Actually, I'm gonna need this because today on Trial by Fire Baking, we're making a chocolate stout cake. I like my beer like I like my chocolate, in the form of a cake. So this chocolate stout cake ticks all the boxes for me, and it's perfect for a tailgate. We will start by mixing 1 cup of a dark beer. You can use your favorite dark malty beer. I'm using Guinness today. And we will melt that with 2 sticks of butter. Just do it in the microwave, save yourself some time. Once the butter has melted, we'll set it aside to cool for a bit. And then we'll just mix together 1/2 cup of sour cream with 2 eggs. We'll just mix that together and set that aside. Next, we will sift together 2 cups of all-purpose flour with a teaspoon and a half of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Now back to the butter beer that has cooled slightly. I'm just going to sift in 3/4 of a cup of cocoa powder right in there and whisk that together. Once the cocoa powder is incorporated, we'll just add 1 cup of granulated sugar, 1 cup of dark brown sugar, a teaspoon of espresso powder, and let's see, 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and whisk that together. Next up, we'll add the eggs and sour cream to this mixture and whisk until smooth. And finally, dump in all the flour and mix it until just combined. It's okay if you have a few lumps left. Just be sure not to overmix. And we're ready for the oven. Today, I'm using 2 6-inch pans because I want to make a layer cake. But you could just pour this into 1 9-inch pan and bake for about 50 minutes in a 350-degree oven. I'm probably going to bake not quite as long since my pans are small. We'll check them at 30. The cakes are done when they spring back when you press the middle and they start to pull away from the sides. And now we'll just cool on a wire rack for 15 minutes. Once the cakes have cooled on the rack for 15 minutes and while they're still warm, we'll wrap them tightly in plastic wrap and pop them in the fridge until they're cold. This will help keep them moist. Now that the cake has cooled, we'll just decorate it pretty simply. I had some leftover Swiss meringue buttercream. You know that's my favorite. I make it all the time. So we'll just start with kind of a border on this bottom layer here. And then I've got some quickie caramel. I will drop the recipe in the comments, but it's really just a can of sweetened condensed milk that you bake in the oven for about 1.5 hours. And we'll just put that right in the middle. And 1 more layer of cake. And then on the top of the cake, I'm just gonna frost the top with this Swiss meringue buttercream. And I've got some melted chocolate that we will just swirl around the top of the cake. And because it's so close to Halloween, we'll just make this look a little spooky. Just gonna drag through that chocolate to create kind of a spider's web. This may be the best chocolate cake I've ever made. Cheers to eating your beer. This has been another Trial by Fire. See you next time.